Calmer Waters 22. How is everyone doing? I hope I'm trying this new mic, so I hope it works good. I hope you guys can hear me good. But I did want to say before we get started, please give your girl a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel because I would greatly appreciate it. You don't even know how much I would appreciate it, but I'm letting you know right that I would appreciate it so much. So before we get into the topic, I did want to state a few things because I know these energies have been really intense for each and every one of us. And depending on where the intensity is in our own journeys, I know it could either be at an extreme high, in the middle, or maybe on the lower spectrum. But either way it is in your own life, however it's showing up in your world, I did want to send you so much patience for yourself and understanding that whatever is being shaken up right now is definitely needed to, because whatever it is, you cannot keep going um, in the same energy that you've been operating in. It just will not work for you or your situation anymore. And instead of looking at it in a negative way, I encourage you to really be grateful for whatever is being shaken up and removed out of your life or recalibrated or changed, right? Because it wasn't working the way it was before this energy came in and basically bulldozed it down for you, okay? It can't be business as usual anymore. So be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself and others as this energy shakes things up. Now, the topic that I wanted to discuss with everyone fits it perfectly for now, and it is knowing when to say no in any given situation, um, especially now. This is a perfect opportunity for you to learn how to say no more. And the reason why is because most of us have operated in the yes energy, right? Where we say yes to everything, even if we don't mean it, even if we do not want to say yes, we say it anyway. Because of why? A lot of us have abandonment issues, right? And we've learned that if you say yes, people will like you and they won't leave you, and they'll so-called be there for you and be your best friend or be your best family member or best coworker or best lover. And in reality, that is not the case. Because when you say yes to something that you really mean no for, you're going against your inner compass, right? You're going against your inner authority and you're crapping on your own energetic signature because you are constantly always trying to please someone else and make them feel good, right? So it's time for us to get out of that energy of always saying yes and only using that word and that energy behind that word when we truly mean it, okay? Um, it just creates inner conflict within yourself if you do not know how to say no and mean it when you say it. So it's not always a thing of saying no with anger. or bitterness, right? It's you operating from your authentic self and knowing that your no is serving you best because you truly didn't want to do whatever the scenario was. You didn't want to do it. So your response should be a no if that's truly not what you wanted to do. And I can tell you from me doing this many years that if I say yes to something that I truly don't want to, I feel like crap after I engage in whatever it is I decided to say yes to when I really wanted to say no. I do not feel good. Um, I don't even care if it's a party. I won't really have a good time. And that's the whole thing about telling yourself white lies and faking it and doing all this stuff just to make other people comfortable. Okay? So, I would like each and every one of you, if you want to get out your notebook, and I'm going to give you a few tools that you can write in your cheat sheet to reference back to when it is time for you to embody this energy of being able to say no. Okay? Now, again, you don't have to take my tools. I'm just giving you some points where you can jingle some things in your own mind, put them in your notebook for your cheat sheet so you can reference back to and draw from these, helpful tools so that when you do come up against this energy that you aren't just scatterbrained, okay? So let's start with one. Have faith in the divine. Let's make sure this is on, guys. Okay. Saying no shows faith in divine timing. This is so true because when you say no and you have faith in that, Source will show you that you made the right choice, okay? And it can show up in many ways. A manifestation that you desired could come true, right? Maybe like right after you say no to this event or this person or whatever, right? And the divine timing shows you that you made the right choice by honoring your no, okay? Every time you say no, you gain empowerment and self-trust. Make sure you say no with clarity and kindness. Now, I wrote this down because when I used to say no, I would do it like with aggression and more of a harsh tone, right? And the reason I did this was because I was so used to saying yes. I didn't even know how to embody my own inner compass to be able to say no to something that I didn't want to do. I was so used to people pleasing in this area that I didn't even know how to embody it or even accept that my no is my no and I'm okay with it. So just understand that this is a new process for you and you're going to have patience with yourself as you adopt this new energy within your auric field, okay? So, number 3, say no with compassion and without guilt or defensiveness. This is what I meant. Don't have any guilt. Do not harbor guilt for trusting your inner self, right? For trusting that you want to protect your energy, and you want to honor your authenticity in a way that you hadn't before. So don't feel any guilt or defensiveness towards this energy, because this will serve you well as you move through this and you understand that this is the true you, not the fake you, okay? Number 4, when someone reacts with anger or disappointment when you say no, it's only a reflection of their lack of spiritual boundaries. I had to really dive deep into this over time, because when people get angry or energies get angry, personnels, right? They they lack this within themselves. They don't know how to say no. They don't have spiritual boundaries. They let people just, as I once did, come and go as they please, when you did not really want to operate in that energy. It creates a lack mentality, okay? That's what it creates. When you don't have spiritual boundaries, you have a lack mentality. You have a lack of self-trust. You have a lack of strength. You have a lack of confidence within yourself. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't feel like this is something wrong that you're doing, okay? Number 5, choose to operate in a higher consciousness so that you have better self-awareness and you can protect yourself from entanglement and manipulation. That's the last one. Now, why I wrote that down is because when you say yes when you really mean no, you open yourself up to entangle your energy with someone else's, and you allow that entanglement to turn into manipulation, okay? I'm not saying that the personnel always knows that they're doing this to you. A lot of them do, because they realize that you're a yes person, right? But small percentage don't. But now that you are aware of this, I encourage you not to operate in the yes person energy anymore, because you will tend to get manipulated once the personnel smells you from a mile away, honey, because you are showing them that you are weak and that you don't stand on your principles and your spiritual boundaries and your value system that you have for yourself, okay? I know this is not an easy energy to move away from, being the yes person to the no person, but I know you can do it, because the time is now. We are no longer going to be able to do this yes, yes, yes person. Your body is going to feel so cringe if you continue to force yourself to operate like this. It will not serve you well, and it will not work anymore. So start today to operate in the energy of saying no when you mean no, and say yes when you mean yes. Okay? And until next time, take care.